Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Timely Action Hour. This is the show where we talk about everything from comic books to movies and everything in between. My name is Aidan, and I hope that you're doing well today. In this video, I'm going to be doing a review of The Fantastic Four number 5. Obviously, this is a reprint. I'm not a millionaire, so I would not be able to afford an original copy if I had found one. I paid $8 Canadian for this at Toronto Fan Expo 2025, and this is the same day that I bought my reprint of The Fantastic Four number 1, so if you'd like to watch my review of that, I'll leave that linked. But with the upcoming film Avengers 5 Doomsday releasing in December of 2026. At the time of recording, it is March 2026. This will be the Marvel Cinematic Universe's introduction to Doctor Doom, and I figured I have a reprint of Doctor Doom's first appearance, so let me do a review of that to chase the coattails of success and reach new viewers who are interested in the MCU, because I like the MCU. And I have reviewed films like Avengers 3 or the Wonder Man TV show that came out this year, etc., etc. But I'm more focused on comic books and the TV adaptations and the movie adaptations, but comic books are my bread and butter. And I gotta say, you know, I love this comic. It's gorgeous, both visually and in terms of the storytelling. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being horrible, 10 being fantastic, this is a 10 out of 10 in my book. But going into the actual story of FF number 5, the story, as with every Silver Age comic, begins with a cool splash page introducing the concept. So basically what happens is the FF are hanging out in the Baxter Building, their headquarters in New York City, and the Human Torch, ironically enough, is reading the Incredible Hulk number 1, which just came out around the same time that this comic was published. So I know that they're just promoting their new books, but I think it's funny that the Human Torch is reading the Incredible Hulk number 1, and I do have a reprint of that comic, and I will be filming a review of it soon, so stay tuned for that review by subscribing if you're new and ringing the bell to be notified when I post that video. And if you enjoy this video, then please consider clicking the like button and sharing it with your friends if they're interested in this sort of content. And if you did not like it, then I do apologize, but you can hit the dislike button. And please leave a comment suggesting any future videos you'd like to see, or just leaving any constructive criticisms or memories about reading Fantastic Four number 5 if you have read it. And in the description of this video, I'll leave links to my podcast, so if you'd like to listen to me discuss the same topics but don't have time to watch a full video, then please subscribe there and share that with your friends. And I'll also leave links to my social media profile, so if you'd like to send me a message or just stay up to date on my channel, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and Discord. And I'll also leave links to my Patreon page and merch store, so if you'd like to support this show financially, I would greatly appreciate that, and you get a slew of benefits like early access to videos and episodes of the podcast, and you can read my original writing projects. For example, I have a Doctor Who fan script that I have posted on there. Anyway, back to the review. The Thing and the Human Torch start scrapping, because that's what they do, and all of a sudden their family argument is interrupted by a helicopter casting an asbestos net over the building, which is why the Human Torch cannot flame on to burn the net away. But Mr. Fantastic recognizes the voice of the man over the intercom speaking to them. And he regales them with the story of his college rival, Victor Von Doom. And Victor was this brilliant man who was interested in science and sorcery, and he got expelled from Empire State University for doing questionable experiments which caused damage to the property and eventually blew up in his face, scarring his once handsome visage. And the last that Reed had heard of him, he was in Tibet searching for mystic knowledge. But now we learn that Victor is this new assailant of theirs, calling himself Dr. Doom, which, you know, is just his name, except he didn't finish college. But as we learn later on, he attended the Latvian college, and he earned a doctorate. And it so happens that he is the king of Latveria. So, did he earn that on his own merits? Probably not. But they... Doom says, if you bring me Susan Storm, then I will let you go. And so they do, because Sue is like, I have a plan. And so they're like, okay, well, if you got a plan, Sue, we trust you. Let's, you know, not screw this up. So Doom takes Sue as a hostage, and he says, all right, you three, I have built a time machine, and you are going to go back to the 1600s so that you can take Blackbeard's treasure and bring it to me. I'll give you 2 days to complete this quest. Otherwise, she's a goner. And so he uses his time machine to send them back to the age of piracy, and we get this awesome swashbuckling, literally a swashbuckling adventure of Reed, Johnny, and Ben back in the past while Sue tries to escape from Doom's castle. And that's the gist of the story. And there's some subtle nuances that I don't want to spoil, because with everything that I review, I recommend that you read it for yourself. But yeah, like I said, overall 10 out of 10. Love this comic. And the Fantastic Four, the animated series from the 90s, had a great 3-part adaptation of this in the first season. And I absolutely love that show. It's my favorite adaptation of the 4, and because it's part of the Marvel animated universe, which is my favorite adaptation of the Marvel universe, like Spider-Man the animated series, Hulk the animated series, Iron Man, X-Men, and Silver Surfer. So yeah, definitely watch those shows. But anyway, yeah, I just love how we get this cool adventure of the 4, you know, of the 3 gentlemen in the Fantastic Four going back in time, having a swashbuckling adventure, and having Sue being able to think on her feet and use her wits to escape Doom and defeat him in the end, because the MVP of this story is Sue, because she actually does the defeating of the villain, which is cool. But yeah, with reprints, they have the original advertisements and they have the original art and colors. They just touch up the colors, which I like. But I seriously doubt they're going to adapt this in Avengers Doomsday, but like I said, since this is the first appearance of Dr. Doom, I figured, you know, now would be the time to, you know, publish my review of this story. But that's all I have for you today on this episode of the National Timely Action Hour. Once again, my name is Aiden. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I sincerely hope that you all have a wonderful day. Bye.